The Buddha, also known as Siddhartha Gautama, was a spiritual teacher who lived in ancient India and founded the Buddhist religion. He is revered by millions of people around the world as the Enlightened One, and his teachings continue to influence many aspects of modern society. In this biography, we will explore the life of the Buddha from his birth to his attainment of enlightenment and subsequent teachings. Early life. Siddhartha Gautama was born in the town of Lumbini in modern-day Nepal, around 563 BC. He was born into the Shakya clan, a royal family of the Kshatriya caste. His father, King Suddhodana, was the ruler of the Shakya kingdom, while his mother, Queen Mahamaya, was a princess from the neighboring Koliya kingdom. According to legend, Queen Mahamaya had a dream in which a white elephant entered her womb, symbolizing the birth of a great being. She soon became pregnant and gave birth to Siddhartha in a garden in Lumbini. The newborn was said to have been born standing up and took 7 steps, with lotus flowers blooming beneath his feet at each step. As a child, Siddhartha was raised in luxury and was shielded from the suffering and poverty of the outside world. He was educated in various subjects, including the arts, philosophy, and military tactics, and was trained in the use of weapons and other martial arts. However, he also showed a deep sense of empathy for the suffering of others, even at a young age. Marriage and spiritual awakening. At the age of 16, Siddhartha was married to his cousin, Yasodhara, and they had a son together named Rahula. Despite his comfortable life, Siddhartha was still troubled by the suffering he saw in the world around him. He began to question the meaning of life and became increasingly interested in spiritual matters. One day, when he was 29 years old, Siddhartha decided to leave his palace and venture outside the city walls. It was here that he encountered the 4 sights, which would change the course of his life forever. He saw an old man, a sick man, a dead man, and a wandering ascetic or monk. These experiences showed him the reality of suffering and impermanence, and he resolved to find a way to overcome it. For the next 6 years, Siddhartha wandered throughout the Indian subcontinent, studying under various spiritual teachers and practicing various forms of asceticism. He lived as a hermit, eating very little and subjecting his body to extreme physical hardships. However, he still could not find the answer he was looking for, and he continued to suffer from doubts and confusion. The Enlightenment. One day, while meditating under a Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, Siddhartha had a profound realization. He saw the interconnectedness of all things and understood the true nature of suffering and its causes. He became enlightened, and from that moment on, he was known as the Buddha, or the Enlightened One. After his enlightenment, the Buddha spent the next 45 years of his life teaching others about his insights and helping them find their own path to liberation. He traveled throughout the Indian subcontinent, attracting a large following of disciples who would go on to spread his teachings across the world. Teachings and philosophy. The Buddha's teachings are based on what are known as the 4 Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. The 4 Noble Truths are dukkha, the truth of suffering. All living beings experience suffering, whether physical or mental. Samudaya, the truth of the cause of suffering.